break wall on my page, we were never the same. It's been never my problem. Just young to get up on the stage, just take me a chance. These lips don't drop yet. Why would I wait for a break? Nah, their opinion don't mean anything. Couldn't care less what you say. I'm not the one to be beefing on songs, yeah.
We are here with Solaraa. Solaraa, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Out here in the middle of Boston, like this is fire. You're not originally from Boston.
No, I'm not.
Where are you originally from?
So it's funny because I grew up in Orlando, Florida.
Okay. But
I was actually born in New Hampshire. Funny enough.
Damn.
So
okay.
Right around here, it's kind of a full circle moment.
So you were only like in Orlando for what, maybe like a year or two?
No. I mean, I was there since 3rd grade up until 10th grade.
Oh shit! So you spent some time in Orlando.
Yeah, that's where I was formed.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
So then you moved to New Hampshire. Like around what age you moved to New Hampshire?
I was born there.
Oh,
so
I got you.
I was born there and then my dad got a job at Disney when I was 8 years old, and then we moved to Florida. Yeah.
Wait,
so I grew up on Disney, all that, like.
So you were a Disney kid, like
were
you allowed to watch Nickelodeon at all, or was that?
You know, I wasn't.
Like dead ass, you weren't allowed to watch it at all.
My parents, they're Latin, they're like strict.
Yeah.
You know, and you know how it is.
Yeah, like my pops hated SpongeBob. Like ain't no SpongeBob in my household.
I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I think I had like limited Nickelodeon time if I.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes of Nickelodeon.
But Disney, it was like you could have as long as you want.
Yeah.
All right, so it was like your Disney show. Like what were we watching?
I was definitely watching Austin and Ally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With like Dez and yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy show.
Yeah.
Do you think that like Austin and Ally at all like made you be like, oh, maybe I could do this music thing a little bit too, or was it kind of just like, nah, you were just enjoying Disney like as a kid on some Disney type stuff?
You know, I was like pretending I was Ally.
Yeah.
Because Austin was like my first crush.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely pretending I was Ally.
That's funny too, because Ally's a very timid girl. You're telling me off camera that you feel like you're a little bit timid, need a little bit more like extroversion, but she still got that job done at the end of the day. True, like, so yeah. So originally from New Hampshire, moved to Orlando. What was it like living in Orlando? Like your formative years in Orlando must be like, that must be awesome. Like by the beach, like chilling out around there. Like tell me a little bit more about that.
Honestly, it was so fun because there's so much to do around there.
Yeah.
But also, like, it formed my music taste, right?
Okay.
And so, heavy on rap, heavy on R&B.
Okay.
I grew up singing, and so R&B was, like, my thing, you know?
All right.
And I grew up singing in church, too.
Damn.
That's, like, my main practice, like, show, like, performing-wise.
Yeah.
Even though I wouldn't consider, like, church performing, you're supposed to be worshiping the Lord, right?
Yeah.
But, you know?
Well, you can do that and sing. You got the hymns, like you got a Amazing Grace is a song that you can sing in church, absolutely.
Yes.
So when you're growing up, like what are some of the sounds that you're listening to? Like who are some of these artists that you're like listening to that ended up forming like your own sound? Because your sound is unique as hell. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So who are some of these artists that kind of shaped that sound?
I was listening to a lot of like mainstream rappers, right?
Okay.
But I still am a big fan of Mac Miller. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Like honestly, he was my biggest like my number one artist for a long time.
Wow.
I would say that's slightly changing now.
Okay.
Because I'm just listening to more things.
Yeah.
But definitely like Mac Miller and also like R&B, like the Bryson Tiller,
Oh, absolutely.
Brett Faiyaz,
Yes.
like SZA especially.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Also like pop as well, like Billie Eilish is like,
Yep.
I love her to death. I think she's amazing. I think she's so good. So.
Absolutely. And you know, it's funny that you even mentioned Billie Eilish, because I think that a big similarity that I see at least between you and Billie Eilish is that production. Like your production is like it's so unique to you, and it's so distinguished to your sound. And I feel like the Billie Eilish kind of setup is that her production is very similar to that, where it's unique to her. So can you talk to me a little bit more about your production? I know I met your producer a little bit before this, but can you talk to me a little bit more about how you kind of found that sound yourself? Like what made you like find that lane?
So honestly, I would say it was very random. Like I wish I had a better answer for you.
Yeah.
But it was very random. I met Mimo in school in my
okay.
first semester,
cool.
and he made these crazy beats and I heard them before. You know, they were trending on TikTok and everything. They were everywhere, and I was hip to rap. Obviously, like I was listening to Lone every like I was tapped in a little bit. But I never really considered like hopping on one of those beats, and so I was like, you know what, like just send me one. Like let me just try. And I made a song. And it was really fun for me to make. And then I sent it back to him, and he was like, Becca, which is like my real name.
Yeah.
If you're watching this now, you know. But
Like, now you got the inside scoop. Like, come on, like.
Yeah, literally. Like, this is fire, you know. Like, you should put it up on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. It got like a few plays, like nothing crazy, obviously. But and then I started promoting on TikTok, and that's when I was making Epiphany too.
Okay.
Which is my biggest song
Yep.
now. That was like probably like the third song I ever made on a beat like this. And I started promoting on TikTok, and that just like went crazy on TikTok. Not too crazy, like nothing
Yeah.
like blowing up or anything, but it went pretty well.
Start catching a few numbers. Like,
Yes.
yeah, that's
I
awesome.
started getting like cute, like cool DMs from people.
Wow.
And so I was like, dang, like, okay, like maybe I should like lean
Yeah.
more into this. And then it just kind of went from there. Oh yeah, maybe I should. I got
Yeah.
a DM from Mario Judah like before I even dropped my
Yo,
first song,
what?
which was crazy. Like he was like you hard. I was like,
Yo, that's crazy.
no, that made me really happy. That was insane.
What is that? So what is like your instant reaction like after like you get that DM? Like, are you just like just what is your reaction after that DM?
It just like to me it just didn't make sense because I'm like, I didn't even drop this song on platforms yet. Like he was looking at my TikTok slideshows.
That's crazy.
You know, so I was like, okay, maybe like this will work out. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, that's what I came to Berklee for, which
Yeah.
is where I'm studying, right? I came to blow up, hopefully, meet,
Yeah.
like the right people. And
Not even hopefully, you can blow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the energy. Yeah, no. And honestly, I feel like, okay, it's coming together. Like it's starting, something's like bubbling.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm just trying to keep up that momentum right now.
Love it.
But yeah.
So, do you think that any other female rapper in the game today is doing what you do?
Honestly, like not really, no. Like, I don't want to gas myself up too much, but I feel like I'm bringing something a little more melodic to the table.
Yeah.
And my biggest inspiration, like right now with the rap stuff, is Molly Santana.
Okay.
Like, for sure, like props to her.
Yep.
And she's incredible, like untouchable. Like I love her to death.
Yeah.
Like, but I do get like comparisons to her, but I don't think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know. But I do take inspiration from her, and like I'll give her flowers, like for sure. She's incredible. So.
I love it. Is there a certain Molly Santana song that you go back to that you're always listening to, like that maybe it's on repeat for you right now? Like
right now, I'm a big at first I was a big fan of Wreck It.
Okay,
I was,
yeah.
It's super tough, like really, really good, and that was the first song I knew by her.
Okay.
But right now, I think Miss Americana.
Ooh.
Is that what it's called? Like Miss Americana?
Yup.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a
it's
fire
super,
tune.
Super good. And
Yes.
I love her little accents on there, like
Yeah.
super intentional. But that whole album that she just dropped is on repeat right now.
Love
Genuinely.
it.
It's super good. I'm very, very happy with it. Like it's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want to shift over to your cover arts because it seems like in
Yeah.
every one of your cover arts you're outside.
Mm.
So like what is it about being outside that kind of like hits your brand and your sound? Like you notice that in like so many of you're either in water or like you see
Yeah.
you kind of like in a field. So what is it about being outside that kind of speaks to you, speaks to your music?
Honestly, I just I feel like we should all get outside more,
Yeah.
especially in this day and age, you know, like everyone's on their phones and stuff, including me. Like
Yeah.
I'm addicted to my phone. It's real
Oh,
bad.
me too.
It's really bad, and I'm trying to work on that right now with like screen time apps and stuff. But honestly, you know, I grew up in Florida, and like I was always outside, you know, at the beach and stuff, and I feel like that just really represents my story, I guess.
Yeah.
And who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I just love the water. I love the beach. I love,
Yes.
you know, the sun. It's also like part of the name, like Solaraa too. Like
Yeah, of the sun.
yeah, of the sun.
Yeah.
So I just really connect with being outside. Like it's so good, you know.
Do you think that your music or your brand has kind of like improved since coming to Berklee, and how have you kind of seen it improve since coming here?
I think it's definitely improved in the sense that I've experimented a lot more. Like coming to Berklee, I thought I was gonna be like an R&B pop head, which
Okay.
is like super cool, and I
Yeah.
still want to do that. And I feel like with my last drop that I just did, I was leaning into that again. But I feel like I've been almost like not forced to experiment, but yeah, like just like I don't want to. I've been just trying to challenge myself, because right now I feel like the R&B pop is really oversaturated with so many female artists, especially trying to make it. And so, and all this scene too is very oversaturated.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was easier to kind of like be unique in this type of scene,
Yeah.
because I have a singing background, like
Yeah.
that is what I do. I'm a singer. I don't really consider myself a rapper,
Okay.
even though a lot of people do, and I'm fine with that title too.
Do you see there being a point in your career at all where you kind of embody a little bit more of your Brazilian culture? Because, you know, I noticed it on your Instagram, like, you know, you posted with the Brazilian flag in the
Yeah,
background,
yeah.
like representing your culture, but your music doesn't really like show too much of your Brazilian roots.
Yeah.
So do you ever see a point in your career where you kind of like lean a little bit more into your Brazilian roots, or do you think that that's just kind of not for you?
Most definitely. And like one of my favorite artists right now is MC Cabelinho. I don't know if you're
Okay,
hip to him or
yup,
not.
yup.
but he's a big inspiration for me, and I definitely want to lead more into the Brazilian stuff. Like,
I love that.
for sure. I definitely think I would need a writer though, like to help me, just because I speak Portuguese and I grew up with that. But I think I'm fluent. I understand everything.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I would say 95% speaking fluent. So I still have like, I don't know the slang for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like front about that either.
Yeah, it's also like a dialect too, like depending on where you're from. In Brazil, it's like you gotta have a certain dialect, certain slang words, absolutely. A lot of your songs, they stem from this honest, this vulnerable, or like empowering space.
Yeah.
You notice that a ton on your recent EP, Sola. Does writing from such an honest point, like, does it ever hurt more than it heals?
Honestly, I mean, not really. Like, it does. I feel like right now, like, right now, I feel like I am pretty much healed. I'm still healing from some stuff, but I think that, no, I don't think it hurts me more than it heals. I think it heals more than it hurts me, for sure. But it definitely can bring back some, like, not so fond memories, I guess.
Why did you choose the name Benihana? Yeah, why did you choose Benihana?
Basically, I think that bar in that song was like, flip the script on him, something like Benihana.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about the restaurant. I guess I was
hungry. Okay, yeah.
I guess I was hungry.
You about to eat them, bro. Like, you about to get them out of here, bro. Like, clean the plate. Yeah, like, get it out of there.
That's funny, because sometimes I just, random words pop up in my head, and I'm like, okay, I kind of want to use that. Like, Benihana is such a cool sounding word.
Yeah.
So
Were there any other songs like that where you just kind of like, you thought of a word and it was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be like the whole song. I'm gonna base the song around this.
Epiphany.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about that. Like, how come Epiphany? Like, why the word Epiphany?
Sometimes, I don't know, my brain just kind of like brings up words to me. Like, there's a song I have that's unreleased, and it's called Irate. I didn't know what that word meant.
Okay.
And I happened to use it in the right in the right context, which is, I don't know. I saw a YouTuber talking about this. They're like, do you ever like use a word and then you actually use it right, but you like didn't know what that word was?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think God is just speaking to me sometimes. Like, that sounds kind of crazy, but but I feel like sometimes He just puts words in my brain.
Yeah.
You know, like,
let me ask you, the line, I'll pack your chains and turn them into pounds. Was that you or was that God?
That was that. I don't want to say God is like vengeful like that. Like, you know, so that was probably me. That was probably an angrier version.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't like to think of myself as an angry person, but
you don't give off angry energy at all.
Cool.
So not even the slightest. But Sola was definitely angry. Like, I felt like that the anger in that. Can you kind of talk to me a little bit more about the story behind that?
Yeah. So honestly, that body of work, it was like, it started like way before, because Deadweight, that last track on the EP was like, I want to say probably like the 5th or 6th song I ever made on a Mimo beat.
Yeah.
Like, ever. And that was just sitting there. Like, I wasn't going to do anything with it. I didn't even like it, honestly. Like, but Mimo was like, you should drop this. And I was like, you know what? I trust you. Like, let's do that. But honestly, that body of work, it took a lot of time, I guess, because some of those songs were just sitting there, and I was like, I want to put this on. Like, I don't know if I want to drop this as a single, just because I don't know. I think it should be a part of like a whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
So honestly, I guess a better answer to that question is like, I don't know. It came from different points in my life throughout this year. And I feel like a lot has changed throughout this year too, you know? I've been seeing a lot of different, you know, signs and stuff, and I've just been moving differently this year than ever before.
Can you tell me specifically, like, in your opinion, what is the biggest difference between Solaraa now versus Solaraa a year ago when you had just started releasing stuff like Epiphany?
I think Solaraa a year ago, honestly, I think she was more inexperienced, but also I think that brought such a unique thing to the table, because like I said, like Epiphany, that's my biggest song, and I haven't made anything like that, and I'm kind of stuck in this thing like, oh, I should be chasing the second Epiphany, but you shouldn't do that as an artist, right? You should just make more music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But honestly, the Solaraa a year ago, she was more of a singer, and I think that added more harmonies and more layers and more etherealness to the sound that I had before. And then now it's kind of become a little more aggressive, maybe a little more rappy, a little more experimental. Like, yeah.
And do you see yourself going back to that more singy Solaraa at all? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah?
That's my passion, you know?
Yeah.
That's who I am, like, deep down, as a singer, and I definitely want to showcase that.
So in a perfect world, like, are you doing half rap, half like singing, or are you doing full singing? Like, in your perfect world, what does that look like for you as an artist?
Definitely half rap, half singing.
Yeah.
Do you know Dina Ayada?
Yeah.
Yeah, like something like that.
Okay.
I think she's so tough too.
Oh,
She's
amazing,
awesome.
dog. Like, just amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even, it doesn't even come close. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, absolutely phenomenal. But so that's another thing too, like being a woman in this space, right? Like a lot of people focus more on the image rather than the music. But I feel like you focus a lot more on your music rather than the image. Can you tell me a little bit more about your focus in terms of, you know, putting all that focus in the music? Like, what does that mean to you versus putting it into like kind of socials and stuff like that?
Yeah, so honestly, I feel like being a woman in the space is very hard. Some people can argue that it gives me a lot of benefits. Like it's easier to get views maybe because, you know, it's a pretty face to look at, I guess. That's what I get a lot. Like a lot of my hate comments can be like, oh, she's getting views because she's like a girl, you know.
That's
like,
stupid.
Honestly, I kind of want to prove a point that I don't want to just be a pretty girl.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people don't take us seriously and it sucks. Like it is really hard. And so I definitely want to put more emphasis on the music so that people can really like hear me and be like, okay, she's not just like talking about nothing, which is fine too. Like in a lot of my songs I talk about nothing. Like I think courtesy, I'm talking about nothing. I'm talking about making money and this and that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's cool, but it's not the most important thing in the world, right? And that's cool too. But honestly, like, I don't know. I guess I wanted people to take me more seriously. But at the end of the day, I gotta take myself more seriously. Like it's what I think about myself. So
I agree. And so I guess that kind of brings up this question of what do you think about yourself when you see Solaraa? What do you describe Solaraa as? Like, who is Solaraa to you?
Solaraa to me is like the best version of myself, the version of myself who is not afraid to say what she needs to say. Because I don't know, like when you listen to my lyrics, it can be very vulnerable, especially in this last track I just put out.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
I literally said I'm so insecure.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel that way a lot of the time, you know? But she's not afraid to say that. Maybe me, like I can be afraid to say that on a day-to-day basis, but she's not, you know?
Yeah, it is a fearlessness, I think,
Exactly.
is what you're looking for that. And yeah, I totally agree. I want to talk to you about All Right, because like you were just saying, that track is super vulnerable. And it seems like a lot of like insecurities, like you kind of just put out there. And like, is that difficult for you at all to kind of like put your insecurities on blast? Like, it's not, I feel like usually when it comes to like hate comments, stuff like that, it's other people putting those insecurities on blast, but you're actually doing it yourself. Like you're saying, like, I feel lonely here. I feel like I need more time. You're not giving me enough time, that type of deal. So was that at all difficult for you to do?
Oh yeah, and I was worried about like what my parents would think too, about like me being vulnerable like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, it's definitely scary.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I know people can relate to it, and I know that me, like right now, I'm not like, I guess my songs are kind of an exaggeration of what I'm feeling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so I know that me right now, like I know I'm good. I know I'm okay, and that's all that matters, right? Is what I think of myself.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Because everything you see online, like it's a facade, like it's not real. So, yeah, but no, it's definitely scary, and that is how I feel. Like, especially I feel like when you're with somebody you love so much, like it really can bring out all your flaws to the surface, and it's scary.
Yeah.
You know, like what if they leave me? Like what, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's what I feel like. That's what a good relationship does, is it makes you grow. So.
Absolutely, and it makes you realize that those fears that you had before were kind of just irrational fears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally agree with you on that. That's so powerful. So speaking of your family super supportive of the career and everything like that?
Yes, they are.
That's awesome.
I was so scared at first, because it's like definitely like unconventional.
Yeah.
I guess I come from a really religious household, and
Okay.
I am religious myself.
Yeah.
And so it was scary to like, you know, put that part of myself out there, but they are supportive.
That's
for sure.
awesome.
And I'm very grateful for that.
Is it ever tough to be super religious, but then also to like be rapping? Like it seems like it's kind of like a juxtaposition almost. Like
Yeah,
they don't
right.
kind of fit together. So how is that for you? How do you kind of like balance that out of like staying yourself, staying religious, but also you got to put out hits, like you got to put out bops. So it's like, you know, you got to like, sometimes you have to have a certain like way about that you speak, or you have to swear or some stuff like that. You know what I mean? So how do you kind of deal with that?
Honestly, it can be very difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like condemned, but I know that all my lyrics are clean. That's also something that I feel like people don't bring up a lot when they hear my music. And in a way, I think it kind of speaks volumes, because a lot of people be like, oh, what is this Kid's Bob? Like, she's not cussing or anything. Like, she's not saying anything bad, quote unquote, right? But honestly, no, it can be difficult, but it's just me having fun.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, that is what music's for. Of course, I do want to make this my career, you know? I'm very serious about this.
Yeah.
I'm not playing around. Like, you know, so yeah, but I try to keep it light, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you go to Berklee, so it's
Yeah.
like, if you want to talk about the school, like to immerse yourself into like literal the music industry, music scene, like culture, this is the place to go. My sources say that you're not even you're a business major at
Yeah.
Berklee. So like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? Like, you have to do anything music related in Berklee?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I've been in like a bunch of theory classes.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in my third year, so I'm coming to an end.
Okay.
But I'm ending those theory classes, and I'm in an ensemble class like every single semester.
Got you.
So I sing in a band. Like.
Oh, okay.
We have private instructors here. I'm not doing that anymore because I took all my credits of that.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, and I wanted to do music business because I just wanted to be locked in and know, like, I don't want to get screwed over as an artist.
Yeah, okay.
You know how it is.
Yeah, that
you
makes
know?
sense.
So
Absolutely.
I want to be able to support myself.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And yeah, this is the perfect place to come for it. Yeah, that's awesome. So what about live shows? Are you doing any live shows at all?
You know, I'm not, and I want to really bad.
Yeah?
I'm trying to figure out like what I can do. Like I need to do that.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
I feel like that's the next big step, like in terms of
Yeah.
like moving your career forward. Like once you take over the live show scene, like I feel like it's gonna blow up for real. Do you have an idea of like what a live show would look like for you at all?
Honestly, like, just like a fun party.
Yeah.
We're just
Fire.
all vibing, you
Yeah.
know, like no judgment here at all. 'Cause
Love it.
I know I probably look crazy when I sing, like like make those crazy singing.
We all
faces.
looks crazy, like nah,
Right.
yeah, that's
But we're
wild.
just letting loose and having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You're covered for Detachment, bro. Like were you freezing making that cover?
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's AI.
Yo, AI is crazy.
I don't want to lie to people. I always get worried about questions like this because, like, I don't want to be like, obviously, like AI. It's people can see it as a big issue.
Yeah.
But I think if you don't get with it, you're gonna be left behind. I
Yeah.
think we just gotta do it.
Nah, and
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like you're not supposed to use it as the whole entire thing, but you use it as a tool to enhance your brand.
Exactly.
Like, so using it for like a cover art, that's easy. I've used it for cover arts as well. Like,
Yeah.
but that's awesome. So were you actually like in water at all, or was that just you legit like standing up and then everything else around it was kind of AI? Like, how'd you go about making that cover art?
No, we just put my likeness into it. I was not in water.
Oh,
I
okay,
was not
fire.
in water.
'Cause
I
I-
would love to do that though. Like, hopefully, like, because I don't want to use AI forever.
Yeah.
You know. But it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of almost like what I need to do as a college student.
Yeah.
You know, I don't got this huge budget or anything. I'm independent. But in the future, I would love to do stuff like that. I know Billy did a cover like that.
Yep,
Where she
yeah.
was literally submerged in water.
Oh
I
my
respect
gosh.
that. Yeah.
I think one of the craziest things I ever saw Billie Eilish do was when one of her music videos where she just got covered in all like the tarantulas. You ever seen that video?
Yes, of course.
Bro, I was terrified.
Insane.
I was like,
Insane.
tons of respect that day for Billie Eilish. I was like, bro, that's crazy. But so what's next for Solaraa? Like, what's coming up in the upcoming months, weeks? I know you got Girl World coming out soon. That's like what,
Yes.
next 2 weeks?
Literally next 2 weeks. Like, yeah.
How are we prepping for that? Like, what is Girl World gonna sound like at all? Can you give us like a little sneak peek as to what we should expect for that?
Basically, it's super trap. It's like
Okay.
it's like what I started off with. It's like an Epiphany kind of vibe too. But it's just fire. I really like this one. And this one, I'm kind of speaking to the men who don't like me.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
kind of speaking to them. Cause listen, I don't want to victimize myself at all. But
Yeah.
us women, we gotta we deal with a lot when
Yeah.
when we're in this specific scene. Like,
Yeah.
You know, so.
Especially when you're opening yourself up to the public. It's like you're opening yourself up to all that negative as well.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to women, it's like you have to look a certain way, act a certain way in order to be perceived a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's just stupid. That's just dumb.
It's dumb. Yeah.
So, fuck all those men that are trying to hate on you and shit like that. Yeah, we done with them. That's great. And so, last question here, and we ask this question to everybody who comes on to the interviews or anybody who does anything with Wish. If you could say one thing to the world, what would it be?
If I could say one thing, this is a good question. If I could say one thing to the world, I'm coming for you.
That's crazy. I love it. Solaraa, I just want to thank you one more time for coming on to this interview with me. It has been
Thank you.
such a pleasure to talk to you. If you haven't already, like if you haven't stopped this and went back and watched and listened to some Solaraa, like do it right now, like, cause Girl World's out. Like we got the Sola EP out right now. Like she's making moves and yeah, bro, we're here for it. So Solaraa, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This
Absolutely.
is awesome.
All right, peace, Wish World.